everybody, and welcome to another edition or a special edition of True Talk on the Couch. As always, I am your host, Ralph Cunningham, and I know you guys are always used to seeing my main man, my mellow, my ace, the blind poet, aka the Black Butterfly, with me, but today he's on an assignment. So I have got 12djshawn.
Hola!
My son, Shawn. And I'm happy to have you on my show. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm happy to be on the show. Instead of being behind the camera, I am happy to get on the camera.
Yeah, he's going to add a lot of color to my show, so I'm happy and proud. This is a good moment for me. Today, we are talking about the school system here in Indiana. A lot of people say that the school system here in Indiana is really bad, or, they don't really teach the students enough to get them ahead, and they have a lot of opinions. Well, so my son, of course, he's in school, and we're going to go to his school and look up some of the records. Not actually go to his school, but go on the computer, look up some of the records and stuff like that. See what they have to say about the school system. But first, before we do any of that, I'd like to ask you, what do you feel about your school?
So, my school. So I feel like the teachers put a lot of effort into teaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the children not paying attention. That doesn't apply to me. But
Better not apply to you. Cover these, but no. So you're thinking that it's the students so much, and not as much as the teachers, because the Indiana school system has a very it has a bad rap. I mean, they've been closing down a lot of schools here in Indiana, especially in Indianapolis. If you guys haven't heard, a couple of schools in Indianapolis have been closed down, or the government is actually trying to take them over.
Yeah.
So you're figuring it's just the students. You think that the teachers are doing as good as they can, but
Yes.
So how many people are in your class? A ratio, if you don't know, like exactly how many. How many
Hold
would
on,
you
hold
say?
on. Let me think. So, if I'm correct, there are 8 girls and about 10 boys. So,
Okay,
18,
so
I
about
guess.
18, 19 people, maybe 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and that's you only have like one teacher in
Yes.
that classroom.
Yeah.
Okay, so for his classroom, and you're in what grade are you in?
6th.
6th grade. So he's, one teacher for 19, maybe 20 students. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go and look up some of the stats about where his school is supposed to be and compare that to where they actually are. And I'd really like to know whether or not it's, the students. I'd like to know if it's the teachers or, the parents. Is it a shared thing? My kids are really smart. They're really smart. I have a 13-year-old son who is in the 8th grade. He has awesome grades. You have awesome grades. I have a 7-year-old that's in the 2nd grade. He has awesome grades. And I have a 2-year-old who is, in preschool, and he's terrorizing the school, but he's still a smarty. But I really want to know whether or not it's the school system. I want to know, why is it that people think that the Indiana school system is just so terrible? So we're going to take a little venture over to our computer.
Right.
And this is a little different for True Talk on the Couch, but we'll have the screen side by side so you guys can check it out. And like we always say, let us know what you think about it, YouTube.
Yes.
Let us know, all the people out there, that are watching this, let us know, how you feel about it.
You can contact us at truetalkonthecouch@yahoo.com.
He's been dying to say that. Come on, let's go.
All right. Fade to black.
All right, so now.
Hold on. 2, 1. Alrighty, so we are at the desk, and let's go look at these scores for Fairview. Alright, so what should we look at first? Test scores? Student progress?
Let's look at which everybody is. What's the grade for your school?
Oh, so the way we do grades is not like A, B. On here, greatschools.org, they do like from a 1 rating to a 10 rating.
Okay.
So as they can see, my school is a 2 out of 10.
Is a 2 out of 10. Okay, so that is
Horrible.
That's horrible. That's like F.
Yes.
That's not even an F plus. That's not. That's just F. That's straight off F.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Horrible.
let's go to some of these test scores.
Alrighty. So it says right here, very concerning. So the test scores at this school fall far below the state average. So
what's the state average?
alright, so here. So this is for reading. State average is 89%. We are a 76%
Wow.
in reading.
That's not too bad.
But we still want above or at the state
Yeah,
average.
exactly. No,
So,
I truthfully understand that.
Yes. So math, state average is 62%. Fairview is a 43%.
That's crazy.
Science, 65%. Fairview, 40%.
Okay, well, see, do you guys even study science? Do y'all have science?
6th grade does.
Okay, because I've seen you guys
Apparently,
have a science
4th grade-
fair,
Yeah.
but
4th grade and 6th grade does science. Which
so
it
when
says
you was
on
in
here.
5th grade, did they do science?
4th, my bad, 4th grade.
You're saying 4th through 6th?
4th and 6th.
So the 5th grade didn't do it.
No. All right.
So why is that? That's crazy for that not to be a.
Yeah, pretty weird.
Yeah.
All right. So English is state average 67%. Fairview 34%. Horrible.
Yeah.
And social studies, which is horrible. I don't even want to look at it. State average is 64%. Fairview is a whopping 29%.
Okay, so when was this taken? When was this all this testing taken?
It doesn't actually say when these were taken, but
Does it show like when it was posted? Like, is this for 2016, 17?
yeah,
what is this?
no, it doesn't say at all what any of that is.
Okay.
It just tells us the scores. So, yeah. What else do you want to look at? Student progress?
Yes.
All right.
Now this is the student progress. Is this the one that sets up the bar between ethnicities like whites,
No.
blacks? Okay, where is that at? Let's go to that one.
All right. So,
Excuse me.
here it is. Race, ethnicity. So, pretty much, well, all right, let's get that off the screen.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. So this shows results across different races on reading tests given to students once a year.
Okay.
So pretty much the state average for all students, which this doesn't have like, oh yeah, black, it just says all students.
Okay.
So pretty much all students is a 76% when it's supposed to be 89%.
Okay.
And
So
white,
it's still failing. They're
Yeah.
failing in everything.
yeah,
Go ahead.
white or Caucasian. State average is 92%. White students are 79,
Okay.
which is 66% of the students.
Okay.
Science. Again, we barely do science.
Yeah.
So for all students, state average is 65%. Fairview is 40%. And for white children, state average is supposed to be 72%. At Fairview, white children are at 43%. That's in science.
Science.
Yes. Math, all students. State average is 62%. We are a 43%. For white children, 68% is the state average.
Okay. It doesn't have for blacks.
No,
And
it just says
Hispanics?
all.
So from all to where whites are.
Yes.
That's kind
Pretty
of
much.
that's kind of something there.
Yeah. So, like I said, white 68% is the state average, but white children are 45%. So that is not doing pretty good.
No.
But that's in test scores. Did you want like discipline and attendance as well?
Yeah, let's go with attendance and discipline.
All right. So this is pretty much the suspended. All right. So people that are suspended. So this is for all students. State average is 7%. All students is 12%. White students, state average 5%. All students are 10%. Black students, state average is 21%. We are a 19%. And Hispanic is 7%. They are 8%. So it seems like everyone is above the state average except for black children. So we don't get suspended that much.
Yeah.
Which we do get suspended 19%, but you know.
It's still not above the average.
Yes.
I got you.
It's not too much of a good thing because children are still being suspended, but yeah.
It makes you wonder why there's so many suspensions going on.
All right.
And this is in the state, or is this in your school, Fairview?
This is Fairview.
This is Fairview. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to what are some of the other demographics they got on here?
All right. So let's see. Let's see. We got environment. So students. We already did the discipline and attendance. Teachers and staff or neighborhood.
Okay. Let's go to neighborhood. What is that about?
All right. Let's see. Oh gosh. All right. Well, this I don't want to show because that has a whole bunch of addresses to people, and so we're not going to show that. Teachers and staff. You want to go to that?
Sure.
See what that is about? All right. So teachers and staff. Parents often value small class sizes, but the truth is more complicated. So this is students per teacher. So the state average is 17 to 1. Fairview is 14 to 1. All right. Let's see. Percent of teachers with 3 or more year experience. State average is 85%. Fairview is 66%. Wow. All right. And it says percentage of full-time teachers who are certified. So pretty much state average is 99%. Fairview is 100%.
Okay. I mean, then they're above the grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And this is the average teacher salary. Pretty much state average is $48,000. Fairview is at a $41,000.
Okay. 48 to 41, huh?
Yeah. So we're just down 7,000.
Yeah, 7,000 something. That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I don't know. All right, hold on. All right. So so we did students, discipline and attendance, teachers and staff, neighborhood, low income students. You want to do that? Or students with disabilities. Yeah.
No, basically, that's just weird. The teachers they seem to be hitting the mark, but it's the students that are not hitting the mark, and it's making me wonder, like, what's really going on? Is it the teachers, the students, or is it the parents, or a combination of all three? Should everybody get involved? You know, like what is it? Because I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people out there know that, you know, a lot of people send their kids to school because that's the babysitter, you know, and a lot of these parents don't help their kids with their homework. And I guess as far as at home, it also helps out if at home that the parents are helping out the kids.
Yeah.
But the children need to also pay a lot more attention to what the teachers are saying. I think
instead of having conversations with their friends, or you know.
So do you feel like it's hard to study and concentrate in your class?
Me personally, no.
Yeah.
Because I, like, there are children that sometimes they'll be focusing on something else and not doing what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't pay attention to that. I honestly pay my attention to what I'm supposed to be. So my work, the teacher, all that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that your teacher, I like her. She's pretty strict, and she seems like, a no-nonsense type of person. And I know my son's teacher that's in the second grade, his teacher, we had a teacher-parent conference with him, and he's also awesome. He really seems to care about him.
Mm-hmm.
And he values the children being in the class. I don't know, I think it's a combination of everybody needs to put in a better effort so that we can raise these test scores and not just put the total blame on the school system.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's just my opinion.
Okay.
But as you see here, these are the test scores for the elementary, the Fairview Elementary, and that's the school that he goes to, and
I think it's not too good.
It's not too good. They're triple F.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not. Wow, out of 10 we're a 2, and like I said, I believe it's something that everybody has to get involved in. So you can't complain about the school being, the school sucks, or the school ain't this, the school ain't that, if you're not being involved. So stop complaining and get involved in your kid's life. The school system, don't just show up when it's, your kid gonna be on stage singing,
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards they have cookies and cake afterwards, and you bring all your kids up there to eat. Try to be more active in your kids' lives as well as at home. That's just crazy. And tell your kids too about how this one teacher has to not only teach them, has to teach everybody else. And give these teachers that raise, man. Give them that extra money.
Mm-hmm. The money they deserve.
Yeah, the money that they deserve for teaching our kids. You got to think about it. They deserve that. They have our kids for like 7 to 8 hours a day, and they're teaching and learning. They're molding their minds and getting them prepared for the next level. So why shouldn't they not get compensated for what they're doing if they're actually doing their job? I don't know. It's that's depressing. That's disappointing.
Yes.
And teachers that aren't doing their job need to get on the ball. Everybody can share some blame in that, because I've had teachers that they just go to school just to get their paycheck. They've already been to school. They've already done what they got to do, so they can care less, and we don't need teachers like that around our kids teaching them. You got to remember the younger generation, that is our future. That is our generation, and if we can't get them to learn and to get them to better themselves even better than us, then why continue to have kids and hope that they do well if we don't want them to, to succeed and excel where we did? We always want our kids to do way better than what we are doing. I know me personally, I do, and I can't see that happening with these test scores. You can't see that happening with the grade average. So I think everybody needs to chip in and get involved and help boost those grades up. the school grades, the school testing, everything, so that we can, be proud of the school. I mean, they have our children when they're small. They're molding their minds. So we need to be there helping out. But, I don't know. Maybe other people feel different. I mean, some people may get upset at what I'm saying, but, you can get upset. The only reason you should get upset is if you fit the bill of what I'm talking about. If what I'm saying has got you feeling some type of way, then maybe it's something that you're not doing. But as always, True Talk on the Couch would like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank my son, 12djshawn.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank everybody for watching. We also want to let everybody know that Ezra will be back soon.
Yes.
We want to give a shout out to Madman Jake.
Stefan 1.
Yeah, of course. The Blind Poet. Everybody check out those pages. The Liquid Diamonds page is coming up. So we want everybody to start looking at that. That is going to be
a group channel.
Between,
it's starting out with me and my father, and we're hoping it will expand.
Yeah, it will expand. I'm not worried about that. But again, back to these test scores, everybody. Help out your kids. Help the school. It can only get better from here, YouTube. Peace.